Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Rebirth, a D&D tale. CoffeeCat Presents will not be presenting tonight. No, we will be continuing a little bit of a side escapade for our wonderful adventurers as they end up digging into a forgotten Temple of Tyr. Already, the island of which their airship has crash-landed has offered many mysteries, some more prevalent than others. And as they delve into this temple to start to find its secrets, they start to end up realizing the full scope of what it is that they might be encountering. From the creation of clay statues to the remains of abhorrent creatures to half-frozen fae trapped in a half-motion within the magical dead zone the island has produced. In order to end up finding hope to end up removing themselves from the island, they dig ever deeper. The initial request brought by the blacksmith Brooke has ended up making them have to end up delving deeper and looking for a room with large paintings to showcase behind it the mechanisms that snake through this entire temple. Just now, they have entered into the second floor of this temple and finding a bed rest and what appears to be an alchemy table along with one of these many clay figures half constructed. The alchemy has long since spoiled, showcasing that this temple has been barely kept up with, save for its sole maintenance brought about by the blacksmith and their small assistant, a woman named Spike. And, of course, what is a temple without its practitioner? Priestess Shiel, a odd soul who claims to have been on this island for much longer than its other two previous occupants. And now, it is with this party, you start to end up delving deeper into the secrets of Tyr. Before we end up starting, is there any questions that I can end up answering from previous sessions or anything that needs cleared up before we end up going any further?
I think we're ready to press on.
Very well then. Oh,
Yep.
Captain. Oh, Captain, my Captain.
Mm.
So, the three of you have decided to end up pressing forward, while Kaz continues to end up sifting through old manuscripts, curious in the creation process of these entities that have been left behind. Leaving the three of you to end up pressing onward. Now, how hard could it be? After all, if a lone blacksmith can do it, how hard can it be? So let us begin as we descend ever further into the next floor, the Temple of Tyr. There we go. So we have the captain. We have Arya. And we have Vanya. Coming down the stairs. You, for what little light you bring into this temple, start to end up seeing along the southern wall a lineup of statues, all holding their maces outward, as though framing the hallway that you now end up coming out to see. Northward is a single door, open space, and a closed door further down the hallway. Inside of the archway just above you is a bunch of hanging chandeliers hung by small chains and carrying tiny braziers not much larger than a fist. They're currently out at this point, yet the smell of dried clay fills your nostrils. It's here where you take your first steps into this, well, into the depths of the Temple of Tyr. And thus the scene begins.
Well, this is increasingly strange, but I have no qualms with it. Is there light ahead? Is there any, braziers already lit at the time being?
Only what you bring with you.
Okay, then I'm going to bring the fact that I have magic again and utilize. I think I have dancing lights. Let me double check.
If you don't, I do.
Hee hee. I don't, but I do have light, so.
Light is also a good one.
That's close. It's pretty good. I'll go ahead and do that and cast it on a, I suppose, just a random stick I happen to find or have at any given moment in time. Whatever item I can in the moment, and use it to light my way through.
We should tread carefully.
Agreeable. I'm not particularly the most adept at finding any sort of traps or anything like that, just in case there are any.
Well, we've got an elf with us. What do you elf I see?
She'll go ahead and see if she can spot any traps as they move along.
Roll me a perception.
My favorite roll.
Your best roll.
Yes,
Usually.
best roll.
The greatest of rolls.
30 even.
30 even. Vanya, the first thing that you'll end up noticing is that the floor itself seems a little off. More often than not, stonework is intertwined. It's offset. Except for that one portion, probably 10 feet from the western wall. You end up seeing it almost, not quite, but almost as a complete straight cut. You can see that the mortar in between has been worn pretty thin, almost to the point of serving as a large gap between.
Gonna go ahead and point that out to both the captain and Arya. If nothing else, it's certainly suspicious.
And I definitely want to take a look and see if anything is suspicious about it.
One pointed out given the fact that you don't require much light, Captain.
Mm.
You will end up seeing almost like half circle scrapes or quarter circle scrapes going from the floor along the wall up to the ceiling at that point. Along, scraping along the wall.
Is this something I'm familiar with, or is this just an oddity?
It would imply movement of something incredibly heavy.
I'm going to cast Dancing Lights and go as far over our heads as I can when I cast it. It's got a range of 120 feet. See if I can light anything up there.
Well, ceiling's only maybe 12 feet high, so you're fine there. You can end up looking about, and you can see small chains carrying the braziers above. Though the shadows that the statues of angels that end up lining the hallway definitely become a little bit more unnerving, wings furled and casting long shadows upon the floor.
Is there anything strange about the floor in front of the angels? Like they've been moved at all?
Nothing that you can see. They've clearly been moved, not recently though. Many of them have collected a form of dust at this point. There's the occasional one.
But the markings that I'm seeing on the floor right now, is that near the door, or is that...
So that would be right along this line.
Okay.
Literally the space between those two two squares.
Okay.
And it cuts right along from north to south.
Like something's moved in that sort of groove.
There's a little groove that you can see right in the floor there.
Okay.
Along the wall, along this wall, you can end up seeing almost like a quarter curve. If you had to end up guessing, it's almost like the floor has raised and scraped along on a pivot.
Okay, like it opens up in some fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, definitely looking down, keeping my eyes peeled for anything that starts to look odd. Definitely.
Well, this would definitely qualify as odd.
But by odd, I mean something that's going to jump out and maybe hurt us. I am going to press forward towards the open space that would normally have a door, right?
Okay. So you're going to, just to be clear, if you go any further than that, you will end up crossing the threshold that cracked the portion. Just to be clear.
Well, what about checking for traps of some kind? Because I don't want us to get hurt here.
I've already ended up alerting you to everything that you should need to know.
Okay, then I'm gonna
Any further investigation would require a. So you step across, and maybe with a bit of hesitancy, you step across on the little bit of a threshold, maybe with bated breath, and nothing happens.
All right. Fantastic.
And I will be right behind the captain on that.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, then I'm moving up to the open space, to the room that's northward.
Okay. Aria, what are you doing? To my understanding, Vanya's following very close behind. Is that correct?
It seems to be the case. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is, I was thinking about it. What would be useful in this sort of situation to help us scout it all? And out the gate, I don't have anything specific. So really, all I can do is just continue along with everyone else. That would be the case. Marching order behind Vanya.
And Vanya, you are following along directly?
Yep.
Okay. So it's as you take a step forward, Captain. It's at this point I would require both you and Vanya to end up rolling me a dex save.
Oh. Fantastic. This is what I was looking out for.
EC. Well, you were warned about this. You'll understand why in a moment.
21.
Well, that's why I was looking out for it. Give me a sec. Dexterity save. That is 18.
Okay, both of you managed to make the threshold. So, as you step forward, you suddenly feel the floor starting to... Vanya, you get this strange feeling of everybody in the room shrinking. And for a brief moment, Captain, you've never felt shorter in your life. You know, you normally dealing with the tall ones is a little bit worse for wear, but now it just feels insulting for a brief moment until you realize they don't stop growing. Your feet are starting to go on an incline. And the floor starts to actually rotate along a pivot. And you...
Yeah. Hopping back as one would.
So you do, and as soon as you do, the floor slams shut back into its original place.
Ah. Well, isn't that good?
Hi.
Okay. I'm starting to see a conundrum here. Thinking. I have a plan.
What's your plan?
And, I'm going to become a cardinal. Arya just snaps her fingers with a bold proposition. Allow me to be your canary in the mind.
I have an option as well. Captain, would you like to know what it feels like to fly? Magic.
Yeah.
Oh, good. For a brief moment, I thought we were about to engage in dwarf tossing.
Maybe if Lagan were here.
Do not toss the dwarf.
I dream of it.
And the captain will look at Vanya. How about we just disarm the thing?
We could, but it might just be a little bit easier to get through some things with flight.
Yeah, and then we're gonna forget that it's here, and again run into this thing and be stuck on that same boat. And if you're out of magic, you're gonna be begging I disarmed it earlier.
By all means, give it a shot. Offer's still open though.
So I am
Alright, don't go too far ahead.
I am going to attempt to find some kind of mechanism to disarm this thing.
Okay. So, sometimes the best traps are built out of sheer simplicity. All this is, effectively, is a chunk of that stone floor is held on by a pivot. The weight on one side probably ends up staying on a bit of an outcropping, allowing the weight to be on one side without issue. The second you cross past the halfway mark, on the other hand, it gives way and allows you to slide all the way off into whatever happens underneath. So, the only thing you need to end up doing is how do you end up stopping this thing, stopping about half a ton of stone from rotating when the weight's on the, or when the weight is pressed. This is not your intricate traps that you were built of age of old. No, this is simplicity itself, making it all the more effective, ironically. No, there's many moving mechanisms to easily jam.
Okay. Fly to these.
All right, casting fly at 4th level for myself and the captain.
All right.
So moving around without actually touching the ground.
Mm-hmm.
But doesn't fly only last a minute?
Up to 10 minutes.
10 minutes, okay.
Mm.
So I'm still traveling to the room northward.
Mm-hmm.
All right. When you look into the room, it is roughly 15 by 15 space. There's a door off to the east. And inside this room, you can end up seeing all manners of parts. Almost like almost like what you would see as a dumping ground. Save for one portion where in the center northern portion of the room, you can end up seeing what appears to end up being a sort of crate filled with pieces of tubed metal with very clear glass, not unlike the device that you are currently carrying.
The replacement pots.
Well, if that's the case, you said there's a box?
Yep, a pallet, more accurately. It's with. So try and imagine scattered about in the corners of this room are piles of rusted metal and pipes and fittings and all that sort of bit. Except in the center where there's a pallet of unrusted metal with what might be gemstones and polished glass. Very ornately placed inside them.
Interesting. I'm going to flutter through the room, spin around this pallet that has all these gemstones on it, and then with the dancing lights, Vanya's dancing lights probably nearby and following along, go further down into the hallway to see if I can find anything more to the, the right around the hall. And just kind of scout, essentially, is what I'm doing.
Nope, that is fully understandable.
She
So-
wouldn't have dancing lights up at this point.
Oh.
Because they're concentration.
Mm.
Fly
That's
is
fair.
concentration too. You have your glowy stick.
Polymorph takes that away.
Fair.
Yeah, I don't have the glowing stick. The glowing stick is one and whole of my being now.
You
All a
see
polymorph.
perpetual motherfucking darkness.
You just
Oh, because
hear-
birds don't
you
have
just-
dark vision, do they?
No, you just hear a bird in the dark, fluttering around the room. This is great. I love this. I don't love this.
Okay.
Is there a chance Vanya can see the bird because dark vision, or is it just like
Not
pitch black in here?
she's gone around the corner, so
Fair,
no, not
okay.
not from
Yeah.
your position.
Hold on. If I polymorph into a bird and I myself have dark vision, does my polymorphed bird have dark vision too?
No, because you're taking on the physical traits of the bird that you've ended
That's
up
true.
transforming. So the dark vision
That's-
was inherent to what you were.
It's true. Okay. Thank you for clarification. I am blind.
It's okay. Aria, you also hear an echo of chirping.
Other birds? Says my bird brain. And I will continue to it's an echo. I will continue to chirp.
You end up here.
That's all you hear is just throughout the entirety. Tunnels.
Yeah. Strange thing though, you swear it's ahead of you and behind you.
There's birds everywhere down here.
Well, we're looking for paintings, right?
Seems to
Yeah.
So this isn't what we're looking for. Let's find another room.
Let me go grab my girlfriend because she's probably stuck.
A bird
at
brain?
this point. Yeah. Which isn't too far from how she is normally. So I'm gonna float into the room and try to capture the Arya.
Okay. And when you do that, Arya, you are greeted with two birds fluttering around you that look exactly like you.
Oh my god, other birds. Just like flutters and floats around very excitedly.
And they seem to end up doing the same.
Me as a player, I'm confused now. Is this a joke?
No.
Okay, I'm legitimately seeing other birds?
Yes. Which, if it needs to be spelled out, is not something you should be seeing down here.
No.
No.
No. Hold on. You Vanya, this is weird. There are 3 red cardinals in the hallway right now, floating back and forth and just kind of like making laps.
Which one is she again?
Can I tell from where I'm at?
They look
They
exactly
look
the same.
exactly the same.
Oh lord.
Right down to that little red feather that serves as more of a cowlick. Admit it, you were thinking the same thing as I was.
Badly. Alright, let's see if I can grab all 3 of them.
Sure.
I'll try and grab one too.
Okay. So you're gonna grab one each? Okay.
Mm.
Oh, I'm gonna grab like 2 of them at least.
Okay. Tell you what. Roll me a. Okay, here's a quick question. Are you allowing yourself to be captured right now, Arya?
Well, I would imagine that I would recognize my friends at the very least, even as a bird. So yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Okay. Then I will simply end up asking. I will end up asking a simple question.
It's never a simple
Well, yeah.
question.
I need to end up knowing 1 and 2, or 2 and 3.
That's a question to me?
No, Vanya. Because Vanya's
Oh.
grabbing 2 of them.
1 and 2.
1 and 2. Okay. All right. Okay. I am so sorry.
Oh no.
All right. So, the first thing I'm gonna need. Is initiative.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh, all right, bird
joy.
initiative. Wow.
Ooh, that's nice.
All right. So what do we got?
22.
Nice.
What'd you get? Yeah, Vanya.
14.
14. And what about Arya?
Best initiative I've had, but I'm shape changed into a bird. 18.
Okay.
That's the best initiative roll I've had in like weeks.
Okay. So, Captain,
Mm.
you have a singing bird in your hand,
Uh-huh.
which is great. Vanya, on the other hand, seems to grab hold of the birds, and immediately they end up becoming incredibly squishy. And they start to bloat in your hands
Whoa!
and start to melt and grow as
Whoa!
tendrils start to end up growing outside of encapsulated each hand at that point.
Oh. Oh no.
Damn it, Jagger!
Captain, what do you do?
Well, seeing that Vanya's now being enveloped by some tendrily monsters, I am going up to her hands and I am using my short sword to dislodge that said things.
Well, we'll have to end up seeing on how that goes. So, by all means, roll your attack.
Okay. Would I be considered flanking these things if Vanya's on the other side?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Oof.
Damn. Attack roll. I didn't actually calculate that. Hang on. That is 8 plus 9 is 17.
17. That is a nice chunk at that point. You end up slicing in, and you can end up seeing a little bit of like this bubbling pus that starts to end up oozing out of them, which is great. Unfortunately, at this point, they seem to be adhering to Vanya's hands at this point.
Oh.
As these strange pseudopods and teeth start to end up growing out of them.
Oh,
Well,
no.
not really teeth, almost like several little beaks, all becoming a maw unto themselves.
Ooh.
That's not good.
Vanya, what's your AC?
15.
Okay, that's not. Oh, good news. This is only going to suck a little bit.
A little, he
that-
says.
That's going to be 7 points of bludgeoning damage. And this thing is even really more stuck on you. You are technically grappled at this point.
Oh.
And the other one clamps down. And this is a bite. This is piercing damage. That is going to be 10 plus. So a total of 14 points of damage. You don't have any acid resistance, do you?
No.
Okay. So as the several mounds of beaks start to end up enveloping your wrist, clamping down, they end up piercing into armor. You can end up feeling these digestive juices start to end up pouring into the wound, burning.
I have a quick reaction for this.
Shoot.
Gift of the Gem Dragon.
Okay.
When you take damage from a creature within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to force that creature to make a strength saving throw. On failure, the creature takes 2d8 force damage and is pushed up to 10 feet away from you.
Does a 19 pass?
Let me see. Yes, it does. Damn.
Derek
It's still
dice working
taking-
in reverse.
They're still taking half damage at least.
All right, roll me the damage.
Well, with me being here tonight, that's not to be surprised.
Hi,
7
Mojo.
total, so half of that.
Okay. So we'll round up. That is going to be... Okay. Well, at least one of them start... Now, it's not pushed away for this purpose. It's
Yeah,
only
no.
taking damage.
No, if they succeed, they don't get pushed away. They just take the damage.
Okay. So at this exact moment, we end up seeing these things that are currently attached to each hand of Vanya at this point, as she may be reminiscent of a wacky inflatable tube man at this point, trying to get them off. So, Arya, what do you do? Chirp, chirp.
Well, I would like to, I guess, I will undo my polymorph, skidding to a stop onto the ground, and now capable of seeing what the hell is going on. What am I looking at?
At this point, I gotta move everybody because I'm pretty sure everybody would have moved in. To end up grabbing these, so I'm doing that. Would everybody agree on these general positions?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not
You're
in
not
just
in
yet.
there.
brother. We'll be bringing you in shortly. So, at this current point, what are you looking at?
What
you
is
are looking
attacking my girlfriend?
There is a blob now that has basically enveloped up to her elbow. And it's this mound of feathers and flesh.
Oh,
That's
God.
Kind of amorphous. You see a couple of eyes in there. You see beaks in the shape of teeth. Like each beak is a tooth unto itself with a bunch of black and red feathers all here poking through it. You see part of it looks like a little piece of piping. You see another part of it that looks like its underbelly is made of stone.
Oh, God. I have no idea what that thing is. I don't know. I also don't think there's anything I can do that won't necessarily blow up Vanya. So what I'm going to do instead is, rather than using any destructive spells, I am going to use haste and maintain concentration on both her and good old Captain Amber here.
All right. Then...
And I will use the sorcery point in order to go ahead and turn that into those 2 spell slots.
Okay. All right then, Captain. You are now involved with haste. As you are observing one of your shipmates currently being enveloped and devoured.
Yeah. So we're at the top of the initiative, yeah?
Yep.
I am going for another attack.
Against the same one or a different one?
Yeah, same one.
Okay, so the big one that's currently trying to digest her all the way up to the elbow.
Oh, yes. Yes, because that's the more important one at this moment. And I don't get advantage for any reason, do I?
Not at... Give me a high or low. I haven't put a whole lot of thought into it, so let's leave it down to the classic roll.
High?
High or low? Unfortunately, no.
Okay, so no
It's
advantage.
It's hard to end up getting a sense of where this thing's vitals are, given the fact of its amorphous nature and the fact that Vanya at this point is probably flailing an arm, trying to end up like, get it off, get it off.
So to get... So, am I in a sense attacking Vanya? Or am I attacking this thing that is attached?
You're
to her?
attacking this thing. It's just kind of attached.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, she grabbed it.
But she doesn't count as a threat, so she's not flanking it either?
Flank would imply that she's actively trying to end up putting in between. I see where you're going with it. I definitely see where
Yeah,
you're going.
because I wanted
It's more of a... Oh, I know you want advantage. Trust me.
'Cause I want
would
my
love to
sneak
give
attack.
you advantage in this particular point. But
Okay, so... Yeah, then just a standard attack for that. That is 19 plus 4, or 14 plus 9.
that will hit.
Okay, so I get short sword damage.
You also get an additional action on each of your turns.
Ooh.
Yep.
That additional action can only be used for taking the attack action.
Okay. So that's going to be 7 points of slashing damage, and second
Okay.
attack. That's 13 plus 9. That's 22.
What? That will hit.
And that is going to be 8 points of slashing damage. And then I will use my cunning action to also dodge.
Okay.
I can
That will
dodge with the
certainly
cunning
end up
action,
helping.
can't I? No. I can dash, disengage, or hide. Okay.
Okay.
I
So
do not want to do either of those things.
So let's leave it to the others. So at this point, just to be clear, Vanya, you are still in the grappled state. Thankfully, one of the pseudopods seems to end up clinking off of what armor you do end up carrying. Thin as it may be, though, to be fair, it's not the chainmail bikini of your significant other. So hey, here's hoping for that. Wow, okay, Derek Dice is back in full effect. I was afraid they were broken for a second. So that is the first one, and the second one that will hit. So that is going to be 13 points of damage. Eight piercing and 5 for acid.
Oh God.
Ew.
Yeah, so the other one is now chewing up the arm. So now both of your arms are spraying branches of tendrils and teeth and feathers and all sorts of other such things.
Ugh. It's okay. I have a plan. It doesn't require me to move. It doesn't require me to move my hands at all.
Good. Are you going to bite it back?
No, even better. I'm going to make you make a save.
Okay. All right. What are you up to?
Oh, I'm uncomfortable with the fact that these things are just eating her alive. So I suppose what I'm going to go ahead and do is, oh, you know what I have? I do have something I can do. Hold on. I'm not gonna blow up my girlfriend. I am going to use psychic damage against these ugly things, and I'm gonna use Mind Sliver. What this does is that it is a single action. I drive a disorienting spike of psychic energy into the mind of one creature I can see within range. I see two. Let's go ahead. The target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw. If they fail, they take... Yep. On a fail, they will take 3d6 damage.
That is a -3 on their roll.
Oh.
Ha!
What about Vanya's action?
Vanya is at the bottom of the initiative.
Oh, is she?
Yeah.
Is? Okay.
Yeah. The so it goes you, the creatures, Arya, then Vanya.
Okay. I was very confused.
Yeah, nope. I was just saying I have an idea for this because
All right. So roll your damage.
Very good. All right.
Now,
3...
to be clear,
Mhm.
this is against one target, or is this against both?
One target.
Okay. And I'm presuming you're going after the wounded one already?
Yep. So we're at 7 so far, and then plus 5, that is 12 damage. Psychic
12?
damage.
12 psychic.
And they have to subtract 1d4 from their next saving throw. It makes before the end of my next turn.
Well, so as you end up doing this psychic blast into it, you focus this mental attack. You end up seeing it split open, and a facsimile of Vanya's face screams in agony, in silence, as it suddenly grows more amorphous. The head starts to disproportionately grow. The cranium of this facsimile of Vanya starts to bubble and bray and then pop like a water balloon. And slump onto the floor.
Arya, honey, I'm fine. Look at me. I'm right here. I am
No.
fine.
She
Fair
says
enough.
as the other one's currently chewing up to it, it's starting to work its way up to the shoulder.
Okay, outside of this, I am fine.
I'm getting my arm eaten, but also I'm here to comfort you. Why is she so good? That's funny. All right, that's really all I got for this turn.
Okay.
And I can't really throw anything else at the moment. The haste is still maintaining, concentration still maintaining.
Absolutely.
So-
Okay, so what is Vanya's secret weapon at this point? You know,
You're gonna make me a wisdom save, good sir, for dissonant whispers on the one currently at my shoulder.
okay. What's the save DC?
15.
Yeah, it ain't making that.
Alright, cool. It is going to be taking 3d6 psychic damage.
And you don't
it-
require to end up doing any somatic components for that.
Nope, it's all verbal.
Nice.
And it needs to use its reaction to move as far away from me as its speed allows it.
Okay. Well then.
And that
we-
is 12 points of psychic damage.
12 points. Nice. Let me just double check. No immunities on that. Okay. So that ends up bringing us to the top of the round at this point. This thing just lets go and slumps onto the floor, ready to end up escaping. Because that can be done as a free action.
Yeah. So how
maybe-
far away did it move? Like, where did it move?
It has not moved. It has just let go of the grapple as a free action.
Well, no, because the dissonant whispers forces it to move as fast as it can away from her.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Mhm.
It moves 15 feet going up, yeah, off and up into the next room, seeming to slither under that doorway off to the east.
I'm hasted. I'm going through
Okay.
that door and I'm going to attack the damn thing.
Okay.
Wherever it went.
All right. So you end up bursting through that door, and you see this thing at this point. Currently, like, pseudo formed into what appears to be more of those pipes you see laying about, those spare pieces. This room is filled with them. It seems to be like partially pipe, partially teeth, partially canary.
Okay. I'm attacking it. And thanks to the fact that I'm a swashbuckler, I don't need advantage in order to get my sneak attack on this attack. I just need to be alone. That's a 16 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so we've got short sword damage, which is 10 points plus sneak attack,
Okay.
which will be another 17 points of slashing damage.
So the total would be 26?
27.
27.
Yep.
Okay. Well, it's not quite down, but it's
Well, I'm going for a second swing then.
okay.
That's
Roll
a
it.
natural 20.
Oof. Okay, roll your damage.
That is 15 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
It is going into many different pieces, sloshed across the whole floor, and she's hoping that if there are other things of these creatures that are also the metal pipes, that they would think twice about attacking them.
You end up hearing a horrible clamor as bits of this thing start to end up splattering all over the piping and the loose rotted valves, blood mixing with rust. You see bits of it try, like, as if on their own independently, to kind of form as maybe a bracket before slumping off into a pool, a puddle of pseudo translucent goo.
Hmm. Okay. Disgusting.
Ugh.
Arya, you end up seeing the captain has charged through the door and has hacked to pieces whatever the hell that thing was.
Are you good down there, Captain?
We're good. Just be mindful of all the metal bits.
Oh, Gons, what was that?
Do I know? Have I encountered something like this before?
Not like this, but from what you saw upon its death, your first thought is, but it can't be a mimic. But they only do inanimate objects. But what the hell is going on down here?
as a side note, I'm going to go ahead and drop the haste, and both Vanya and the captain are probably going to feel a wave of lethargy for only about 6 seconds.
Right. So, mimics. Something like mimics.
Oh, that's comforting.
And I think it's about that time you probably hear a loud voice echoing from the hall of which you just ended up coming. A familiar voice, I have no doubt.
Vanya, Arya.
Vanya's going to float back out the door from which they came. Oh, you made it all the way up here. Good.
What's going on with your hands?
Got into a fight with something that had acid.
And it tried to eat you?
Uh-huh. Better than me than one of the other two.
Look,
Looks like
I can handle myself.
Oh. Hi, Captain. Give me your hands for a moment, please.
And she will do so.
All right. I am going to cast Cure Wounds at... Give me just a minute. Let's go with level 2. For now. So 15 plus 5. That is going to be a total of 20 HP back to you. Anyone else hurt?
No.
No, just me.
We're fine.
Okay.
Just watch your step. There's a trap if you start walking towards this way.
With a 24 passive, I'm pretty sure I can pick out the rusted remains of whatever this is all over the floor that's been splattered by whatever. I'm going to quickly grab my shield and take out my hammer. I'm not going to be wandering this place unarmed. I don't think this is safe at all.
No, not at all.
Where are we going and what are we looking for?
Paintings.
Paintings. Specific paintings or just paintings in general?
There's a room that's supposed to have 3 of them, and we're supposed to replace a broken piece of the machinery down here. But apparently there's things that'll eat arms.
Okay, time out. We're working our way through the forge or into the forge?
Underneath the Temple of Tyr at the top of the Pilgrim's Path.
Okay. That gives me a bit more of an explanation and idea of where we are, because we're not quite to the forge yet. So we're trying to put pieces together to get there. Gotcha. Do we have the pieces we're supposed to be replacing?
Yes.
Or do we have... Okay.
I'll trust one of you has managed to end up taking it off of Karobe, who is currently upstairs with Kaz, currently going through all the documentation that you found earlier.
Well,
Yes.
if you need an explanation, Lagan hit him in the head with the hammer and took it from him when he made his way down.
Bonk.
Just watch your step, you big lug.
I'll do the best I can. Unfortunately, my feet are minimum twice the size of yours, so I'm likely to step on one of y'all more than I am anything else.
Oh, no. We were. You hear Arya's voice from down the hall. We mean there's a trap door right before the doorway.
Trap door? What?
The floor is a trick. Don't trust it.
It'll start lowering under your weight, and it lowered under my weight rather quickly.
Are we trying to find out what's underneath it?
No, just get past it, because what's underneath it is probably going to kill you.
Okay, can you give me a bit of an idea of how far it is?
Lagan, they will end up pointing to the only part that they've managed to identify thus far is a portion of the lack of masonry in the floor, right at about here, from north to south. So
I don't see your marking.
Oh, you don't? Do you not see it on the Roll20? I'll draw it.
No, give me just. I don't see anything on Roll20 right now. I've got a big black map
Oh, okay.
background telling me it's all loading. I think the last update is just now initializing, and everything is still loading and has been since I joined the game.
Oh, yeah. For Lagan, it's about 5 feet in front of him, where you'll see a line that's been pointed out by the captain and by Arya.
Okay.
Now, Captain, good news is that you ended up finding the other portion of that line.
Mm.
Where are we? There we go. Why Roll20? Why?
Because
there we
Roll20.
go. There we go. I'll give you an idea.
So he could jump across.
As you can imagine, yeah, it's just trying to jump into that hallway you're in is a little tricky.
Okay, yeah. Then the jump to get to us, Lagan, would be like a 5-foot jump. It'd be super easy for Lagan to do.
Yeah. Okay. That's what I was asking. That was why I was asking. So yeah, if they're giving me the estimated dimensions, I'm fairly certain I could take a minimal jump over that. Okay. Whatever roll you want, let me know. I could always roll a 1.
No. I'll let this one pass for with enough people guiding you, giving you a general idea, and being very careful as to not overshoot it, as they don't know if there's another one like immediately after, because somebody might be a dick and realize that would be the obvious answer to it. So probably the direct way across is probably also counterweighted.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you.
As you intend to do, Derek.
But that was also why I was offering to make a roll, because I don't know how trapped this place is, and again, as I said, it's
neither do we.
I always roll a 1.
Yeah, we're barely even into this place. We haven't fully gotten to that point yet.
Okay. Then I will join with the rest of my crew. And Captain Amber, whom I'm assuming has joined us from the crew of the Bonnie to follow us and join in with the spoils of what we're taking. So she's a new crewmate too.
Hmm.
All right, so safety is just in front of that door. That little area there is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I will join you. Which way do we proceed from here?
Well, we went to this room, and we're discovering that there's a lot of mimics.
Okay.
That can imitate birds, it seems.
Yeah, that would be a new one.
Imitate birds?
The entire fight started because Arya, being Arya, decided to transform into her bird, and by the time we got in here, there were 3 of her. I just happened to grab the 2 fakes.
Which was unfortunate.
Okay, I am at this point going to take my action and I am going to cast Find Traps.
Okay.
Range is an 120-foot area.
Okay, now just to be clear, can this go through stone?
Uh,
Can you see a trap in a room that you cannot actively see? Been a long time since
okay,
Find
so
Traps, so I am double checking.
a trap for the purpose of this spell, anything that would inflict a sudden or unexpected effect considered harmful or undesirable, specifically intended as such by the creator. Since an area affected by the alarm spell, a glyph of warding, or a mechanical pit trap, not reveal a natural weakness in the floor or an unstable ceiling or hidden floor, merely reveals that a trap is present, does not specify the exact location of each trap, but you do learn the general nature of the danger posed by a trap, I sense.
Okay.
And it is not limited by line of sight. It is an area, and again, won't give me any specifics of it, just the general nature of it.
Okay.
And if there's more than one.
Okay. There is one a little ways north.
Okay.
It is a activation. It will activate something.
Do I have an idea of how far this is?
80 feet,
80 feet.
thereabout.
Okay. So I will share with everyone. I believe we have another trap, and Lagan will point north. 80 to 100 feet away. It is an activation trap of some sort. I can't be more specific than that.
Huh. It's good to know that. I mean, it's just good to know. We'll keep our eyes peeled.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I very cautiously and God damn it. I wish Darius were still here.
Who's Darius?
Former crewmate. Very gifted with the light fingers type of work, if you will.
Well, it's a good thing that you got me.
I was unaware of these. That definitely comes in handy, and yes, um, avoiding any such things is most prudent.
I tend to be pretty nimble with my fingers and pretty quick with a blade, too.
Didn't
So,
say that again.
Uh, never hurts to have another hand in the battle. Um, well, ladies, which direction are we going? Do we continue forward through this room, or do we try to make a
well, you said
mental map for this place?
our traps are north of us.
Not all the traps, just what I can sense from them, and I'm limited in area. I only know the general direction, and that it is an activation of some sort. What specifically, I can't tell, but it's within 100 feet of us. I can give you that much. I think it's closer to 80.
Then we'll be sure to mind our feet. And, maybe I'll take the lead.
I will support you in any decisions you make from here. I've
Good.
got your back.
Good. Somebody understands.
Oh.
And so I'll be moving forward, I believe, northward into the next chamber. So moving
I'll be
along
following behind.
this way.
Well, you would if it wasn't for the sudden clamoring of another voice from down the hall.
Oh.
A voice?
That would be Kurobe coming in. And just for sake of argument, I'm not going to end up making you have to also warn him about that pitfall trap. As I did not intend to end up making this something that had to be explained multiple times. So I apologize for that.
We can just say he came down with Lagon. That's fine.
Hello, everybody.
Glad to see you finally caught up.
Was the
It's
Dragonborn
good to
getting a
see you
little
too.
technical with the alchemy up there?
Yeah, I don't really do technical.
Figured as much.
Yeah, that sounds about right for Cause.
One too many lumps to the head, or just not on your wavelength?
Not on my wavelength.
Gotcha. Well, just so I can catch up with everybody else, at least within roughly 120 feet of us, there is only one trap that I have been able to detect. It is roughly 80 feet or so from us to the north. Is an activation of some kind. Beyond that, I can't really tell you.
Just means to watch your feet.
Yep.
Tread lightly. And we should be fine.
Yeah. We already had to deal with a couple things.
which I am treading lightly, moving on to the next room, looking for that trap that Lagon said is going to be around here somewhere.
And I will do what I can to help assist with you in finding of those.
Okay. So roll me a perception real quick, Captain.
I will
Perception.
assist in that if I can.
Okay, so I'll get advantage.
Mhm.
All right. That's a 14 and a 10, so I'll take 14.
14. Okay. So, Captain, the first thing that'll end up coming to mind is that within each corner of this particular room to the north, you end up seeing 4 statues, 4 angelic statues. Each one brandishing a warhammer of sorts. There's a room off in the northwest, and another one going out east. The more important thing that you might end up noticing about this particular room is the ceiling itself actually almost takes a dome-like structure. A handful of chains and pulleys. Looks like it's designed to move something heavy in this room. Though, when you look about, you do happen to end up noticing something else. In this room, it's a little dusty, except for a handful of, well, I wouldn't call them footprints, but it's definitely something has moved along the floor. Something has shifted the dust in this room.
Like dragged or like something would be sliding across the floor?
Almost like a stiff wind has blown through here at some point, but it seems to be very localized between the doors, almost like a walking pattern, but there's no footsteps to be showcased.
Very slowly, going to start walking forward.
Okay. And about when you get 10 feet into the room, you stop and look about to end up seeing along the floors is these small little wood pieces that stick out not more than maybe half an inch out of the floor. Dry, almost bambooish style pieces. Wouldn't cause any harm, but would probably make a good snap if you decided to end up moving on them.
And when I look at them closer, is it like they're shoved into the floor? Like there's
Yes.
openings from the floor?
Like they were jammed into little spaces that were lacking mortar, or maybe the mortar was cleared out.
Or like they could come up like spikes.
Possibility.
And are they coming out of the wall or are they coming out of the floor?
Floor,
The floor.
specifically.
At this point, I'm looking for a pressure plate. See if there is one.
No pressure plate that you can see.
Even going all the way into the room.
How far do you go?
I'll go up to right here.
Okay. Then I'm gonna stop you there. If you want to go any further than that, I'm gonna end up needing you to end up rolling me a athletics check, as you really don't want to be stepping on these. You get that impression.
Okay.
Not that they'll go through your boot, but like I said, given what Lagan told you earlier,
Mm-hmm.
kind of trigger a trap.
Would you allow for
It-
acrobatics?
Yes.
Okay, because I have a stronger number in that.
PC is going to be 13.
that's with a +9. That's 12.
God,
Oh,
rip.
Overconfidence.
That's her downfall.
I,
She's
I assume with being able to help with giving advantage, Lagan would be close to Amber.
All right, so just to be clear, so Lagan, you're repositioning?
I assumed with trying to help with the perception that I would be close to Amber.
Okay. I'm just trying to keep in mind positioning. Is there any other positioning points that I should be aware of beforehand?
Vanya will have followed her, and I just forgot to move the token.
Oh, it's quite all right.
I am last in marching order once again.
So I would presume that would put Kurobe following behind and something along like a cross pattern for the assistances and all that.
That works for me.
Don't want to marry anybody to this particular formation. I'm just going off of based what I think just makes sense from what you're describing. If
Let's
there's
go.
any-
Hang on. Did I notice that there was the spikes here and here?
No,
Okay.
they would have been the last 9 bricks at the end of the hall.
Okay. So just where I stepped. Okay. Okay.
So I guess at this point, Kurobe is God dang it. Lagan is giving you advantage, so by all means, roll your second die.
Okay. Well, that's not much better, but that that turns it into a 14.
Okay, well, it beats the 13 I require. Okay, what are you doing as you're stepping past these little bamboo splinters?
I'm just trying to make it to the door.
Okay. Anybody trying to follow you would also end up requiring the same roll.
Same
An
roll.
acrobatics check 13.
Okay.
I'm still flying. Do I have to make that one?
No, you do not.
Yay.
Oh, I was still flying too.
Oh.
If that's still up.
Yeah,
Oh,
that's still up.
I am so sorry.
No,
Oh,
you're
I am
fine.
so
I
sorry.
forgot it too there for a moment.
Oh,
Hey,
I thought it
passed
might have
anyway.
expired already.
You
10
said
minutes.
that
given on how many points of damage you ended up taking, I'm actually kind of surprised it's still up.
Yeah, I forgot to make that concentration roll. I actually mentioned in our game
it's
chat,
on.
but I
I
did.
did.
Yeah.
It's all right.
okay.
Forgetfulness. We're in abundance today.
So you said that's an acrobatics.
13. Yep.
Exactly 13. So
You got it.
my big skis are tiptoeing, trying to follow Amber's and not quite matching up exactly.
Even she's having a little bit of a balance issue.
All right. Amber, you end up getting to the door.
Hmm.
And is there anything I should know about this ahead of time?
I am checking to make sure that it's safe.
Okay. It doesn't appear to be locked.
That's not what I asked. Is it safe? As in, is it trapped or does it trigger this trap?
Appears to be.
Can I disarm it with my thieves' tools?
To be clear, it appears to be safe. No, it does not seem to trigger the whatever's going on in this room.
Okay. Then if it's not locked and it is safe, then I will open it.
All right. You open it, and it's pretty dark in there, save for the fact that you are a dwarf, and so it's actually surprisingly easy to see in dark rooms. When you end up taking a look at here, the first thing you will notice is a bunch of mechanisms, almost like a mash of gears and tubes, all sprouting out and back into the wall, out of the ceiling, into the floor. Up and down, you can end up hearing this bubbling of steam throughout the pipes.
Got my pipe work down here.
Yeah.
The last
Unit-
bit's trying to eat us.
And you can look up and you can almost see some kind of skylight. This goes up for hundreds of meters, ending in a pinpoint of light at the very top.
This is rather dangerous to be down here and still go all the way up to the surface.
You can see a lot of the pipes seem to snake upward. It goes well past your line of sight.
It isn't what we're looking for, though. Time to move on, then.
Yep. You got another door to check out at least.
Yeah.
All right.
So, tiptoeing back.
And you
Right.
said it's dark. Is it only dark in that room, or is the entire dungeon
Thus
area?
far, outside of the dancing lights that are being brought by Vanya,
They're not.
there's no light.
There's no dancing lights. Just drop that to use fly.
Okay. So
I just for clarification, is I remember it was either you or Arya was it that was using dancing lights and then do so because
Robe.
otherwise we are in the dark.
No,
Kurobe-
Vanya was
we are
using.
no longer in the dark. Let there be light. My my drift globe is illuminated. It
Okay.
is staying by my side, roughly about 5 feet off the ground, about 5 feet in front of me, and slightly to the side so that it's not blinding me.
What was Kurobe
Kurobe-
gonna do?
Kurobe also has had his sword out on fire the entire time at the torch.
Okay.
All right, we got plenty of light then.
All right.
We can only hope there's no gas leak that I can find by accident.
If anybody smells rotten eggs, make sure Kurobe is as far away from it as possible.
Don't give him ideas. Don't give him ideas.
All right, then going back to that other door to see if it's safe.
Appears to be.
And then going to open it.
Okay. You end up opening the door and you end up feeling a sudden gust of wind. Like as if a sudden bout of air pressure just passes over you. And then stops almost as suddenly as it arrived. Inside this room, you can end up here seeing all along the northern the wall, a series of 5 statues, much like the 2 you ended up seeing beforehand. All holding warhammers, all sculpted in hardened, dried clay.
All right. Walking forward steadily, keeping my eye on things that will move on the ground, whether it's pressure plates or whether it's another of those same kind of traps as before. I'm just keeping my eyes on the ground as I'm walking.
Mm-hmm.
I will lend my perception to.
Same.
Sorry, you will link your perception to...
I will lend my perception to the help of identifying any traps that Amber is searching for,
Okay. So,
as well as the light of my drift globe.
all right. So, it's about when you end up getting away, you start to feel something watching you.
I'm going to start looking around, trying to see if I can identify anything in particular with this sense of unease of being watched.
Okay. It's just a feeling. But then again, as I've stated, throughout this entire complex, you've seen statues of angelic creation gazing upon you as you ended up coming in. So I guess that's nothing unusual.
But we're
Maybe
actually
it's something in the walls.
feeling something watching us.
My brother, it's only paranoia if they're not actually trying to kill you.
But she's gonna start pressing ahead.
Okay.
As we go forward, I'm keeping my eyes on the statues.
Do any of the warhammers look like anything that Lagan would be interested in? I mean, I have Mjolnir, so unless anything is specifically magical, potentially calling to me, I don't think there's any danger of that.
No, probably not. Then again,
Lagan does like his hammers. You do know he was carrying 2 for quite a while.
yeah. Well,
No, it is.
well, Lagun, since you're curious about the hammers, why don't you give me a perception check?
Perception's fairly decent with these.
And can I have positions at this exact moment?
Unless I run across something, I'm going across the whole room.
All right. Well, if Lagan is following you,
That's going to be a 27.
okay. So let's start right about here then.
Vanya probably would have been right up by Lagan.
Okay, so Vanya would have been there. Okay. So, Lagan, probably the first thing that would end up catching your attention more than anything is realizing that the heads of a lot of these hammers are heavily discolored. whereas this vibrant clay, this off-color clay, if seems to be very finely crafted, very finely sculpted. The hammer portions of them, the heads of the hammers, all seem to be a lot more darker, stained with almost a darker hue, like something seeped into the clay.
Like it's been burnt or like it's been absorbing blood?
I'd probably say the latter,
Okay.
which would be concerning
He's
as one of
deeply.
them as one of them starts to grip tight the warhammer in question. I think that's a really good time to take a break.
All right. Be back soon,
Cool.
everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for waiting. So let's continue on with Rebirth, the D&D tale. Captain Amber has started to end up making their way into this particular room filled with pieces of old statues crafted of finest clay. Seeing their figure, all donning warhammers, Lagon investigates to end up looking closer at their make, to end up discovering the heads of many of these angelic creations. All have their blood stains soaked into the very clay they've been crafted, blasted, and given life as they shift and move. And it's at this point I would ask everybody to call for initiative.
Mm. That's a shitty initiative for me.
Okay,
21.
let's
14.
Okay.
14.
Okay, which one of you got the higher one?
+5.
Yeah, you're definitely outdoing me.
Okay, so that's going to calculate. And you said, sorry, CJ, what did you end up saying?
21.
21.
Old man's gotten quick.
Apparently. Okay, what about
Dirty
dear
20.
Sorry, what was that?
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
I think the only one we're missing is Arya.
15.
15. Okay. Let us start then with Kurobe. Kurobe, what are you doing at this exact moment? As you end up seeing these statues start to end up descending upon your fellow comrades.
Well, seeing that they're starting to come alive, I'm going to let out a guttural roar. And I'm going to rush past my friends. And this may be stupid, but I know exactly what Lagan's going to do on his turn with who's next to him.
All right.
I'm going to rush up to here.
Okay,
And
so that's going to be passing through 2 different attacks of opportunity.
Yep. It's not smart, but he's not thinking about smart right now. He's thinking about holding up and keeping his friends safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Cool. That sounds bad.
It
Yeah.
is.
Oh, I think we lost Derek's audio.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm calculating.
Oh, okay, he's counting. Okay.
Yeah. Can you make me a DC 15 Constitution savings throw?
Sure.
As an attack of
That is
opportunity?
a +8.
Yep.
Yeah, I beat it. That was
Okay. Then you only take 39 points of damage.
Holy
shit.
What kind of damage?
That is bludgeoning.
Okay, so 39 half to
You're not
20?
raging. Oh, yeah, you did say you're raging. Never mind. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm up here jumping in.
All right. And let's go for the second attack.
Yep.
What's your AC again? Double check.
My AC is 16.
Okay. Well, that's a lot better. That one's only going to end up dealing 9 points of bludgeoning
Ooh.
as a slam attack.
Is that already halved?
Nope.
Okay.
I am not going to do any of the calculations for you. I'm just going to tell you
Okay.
what the damage is.
Gotcha.
Now, here's a question. Is that against all damage or is that non-magical?
That's for
It-
rage. It's all
Okay, double checking.
all
Just
piercing,
because-
slashing, and bludgeoning damage.
Okay. All right.
It doesn't count against magic.
No other. Yeah.
Well,
other,
there's a lot of resistances that get overthrown the second you throw magic into the account. So,
yeah. Other types of damage are still normal.
all right.
For now.
Okay, Kurobe, you may continue your turn.
All right.
You-
I will make a round of attacks to the closest one.
Okay, we'll to make that number 3. Okay.
Oh, that's a natural 20.
What?
That's the first one.
One good turn deserves another.
Yeah.
All right. Does fire damage matter? Does it?
Does fire damage matter? Very, very good question. Nope. It looks like it's regular here. Your full damage.
Okay. So that is 18. So that's, oh wait, it's doubled. 8, 16, 19. The first hit's 35 damage.
Out of curiosity, what exactly is the full details of your weapon? Just to be clear.
It is 2d6 slashing and 2d6 fire,
Okay.
plus strength, and it was a +1 weapon, so it's basically 46 plus 6, then plus rage.
Okay, and the total damage on that one was
35. Because
Okay.
doubled, it was doubled because of crit. Just the dice
Okay.
was doubled.
so. As you end up bringing your blade down, it's almost like, well, it's smacking into clay, but it doesn't shatter like pottery. Instead, it just kind of absorbs the clay itself, threatening to snuff out the flames along your blade.
I'll go for attack number 2.
Okay.
That is 26 to hit.
6. Okay. 26 will, in fact, hit.
Okay, and that is 8 plus 17. 25 points of damage for the next attack.
Okay.
Kurobe hits like a truck.
You watch Amber as he pulls his sword out and brings it back down upon the other portion of it, and it slices through the handle of the warhammer that this thing carries, burying the blade deep into the chest. But all that happens is that the clay almost bubbles and turns. You actually watch as the handle is, or more accurately, the statue kind of places the two pieces back, and you can kind of watch as they start to stitch back together.
More mimics.
Alright, last attack.
Okay.
Does a 19 hit?
19 does hit.
Okay. Reroll 1. 6. 15. Another 26 damage.
26. You slash into this thing again and again, and each time you watch as the clay just kind of engulfs the attack and then smothers it, and then as you pull the blade out, like as if the clay just smooths itself over, like as if this thing is forcing itself to retain its shape.
Okay.
Okay,
And
and
that'll be my turn.
that'll be your turn, Lagon.
Okay, so to start off, I am going to cast Aura of Purity.
Okay.
That will be my action. It has solely a vocal component,
Okay.
so concentration up to 10 minutes. Purifying energy radiates out from me in a 30-foot radius. Until the spell ends, the aura moves with me. It is centered on me. Each non-hostile creature in the aura, including myself, can't become diseased, has resistance to poison damage, has advantage on saving throws against effects that cause any of the following conditions: blinded, charmed, deafened, frightened, paralyzed, poisoned, or stunned.
That is understandable.
Very good.
And I am going to use my bonus action to cast a 3rd level spiritual weapon.
Okay. And I believe you can make an attack with that spiritual weapon at this point. When it comes
Yes,
to correct?
yes.
Right? Is it to the
The
winged
one that
creature in front of you, or
it's centered in such a way that it could attack the one directly in front of me or the one that's right next to it.
okay? That's fully understandable. After all,
But
it's a fairly high ceiling here.
but the 30-foot was so that I was sure that I could catch Kurobe in the edge of that. So
Understandable.
okay, so that is a dirty 20 on
What?
dirty 20 on the spiritual weapon attack.
Okay. Which one are you attacking?
The one that's right in front of me.
Okay. Be the first one. Okay. Roll for damage.
That's what I gotta
Now,
find
to be
the
clear, your spiritual weapon is unto itself a construct of light, just to be clear, right?
yes.
Okay.
It is a spectral weapon.
Mhm.
So you can kind of see through it. I mean, it's not a solid object, so
That's all right. Important for me to be aware of at this point.
make that 4th level, not 3rd.
Okay.
So that is going to be 8 plus 5 is 13 plus 5, 18 points of force damage
Okay.
from the spiritual weapon. I'm
And much like when Kurobe's slash ended up getting almost mixed into the clay and then pulled out, and the clay reforms itself, the same is true for your strike here.
it does damage, but it starts reforming itself so that it doesn't look damaged.
That would be a fair assessment. Um, Now, would anybody, because you weren't here, Lagan,
Mm-hmm.
um, I will inform you as to maybe something that you might remember from earlier floors, though you weren't here as a player. Lagan was always with us in spirit. So, with that in mind, you might, or Lagan may remember, that earlier on it was hinted that the followers of Tyr, to defend against a threat that was infecting the entirety of the surface of the island, had started to end up making warriors in the shape of a great muse of Tyr. And as such is the reason why all these creatures all end up sharing a very similar visage.
Fucking
But-
golems.
Congratulations. And to be specific, do you know what the problem might be?
Without the right type of damage, there's nothing we can do, and they'll continually keep regenerating no matter what we do without
Well,
that.
they're not regenerating.
It's
My description is more akin to describing their damage immunity. You are doing damage, just not as effectively as you think you would normally.
that was where I was going with that. Without the right type of damage, and me not knowing what that is, they're going to keep doing this, and it's going to take forever. But that is my turn. Actually, yeah, that is my turn, because I'm not giving these motherfuckers an attack of opportunity on me yet.
Okay. Well, so let us take a look here.
And I will say that when I said these are fucking golems, Lagan said that out loud after watching this. These are fucking golems. Make of that what you will. Everyone.
Lagan, what's your AC?
19.
19. Okay, I'm gonna need you to roll me I'm gonna need you to roll me a DC 15 Constitution, please.
Natural 20.
Okay. Good news. Good news is that you passed that portion. Bad news.
Mm-hmm.
That is 36 points of damage. Bludgeoning.
Ow.
That was a crit.
Ow, indeed.
Remember,
And
Lagan, you have not played.
That's an ow.
And let me just double check. No, they do not activate their ability just yet. The next one is going towards Amber. That do it.
Can I interject for 1 second, Dirk?
Shoot.
Lagan, remember, you have not played in a while. You have a racial ability to reduce that damage if you so wish.
I do, and this is not the first battle that's happened. I'm assuming this is not going to be our last battle, and I'm wanting to save
Okay.
as much of these things as I can. I also have an inspiration that I can use should I choose to do so.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I was just.
I am aware, but because of that, I do have an ability that will be because of that attack.
Okay.
I'm going to
Amber,
need it.
would I be correct in assuming at this exact moment that a 27 is going to be past your armor class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, indeed.
Then you take 24 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm going to need a DC 15 Constitution savings throw.
Oh, joy. So let me calculate that. You said 24 points?
Yep.
Okay. So that's that. And then Constitution saving throw is only a +2. Why can't it be dexterity? It'd be 11.
Yeah.
Mm.
Your maximum hit points are reduced by that amount of damage.
Holy shit.
Ow!
Ouchie. Okay.
All right. Now, Kurobe,
I'll
good
be right
news is that you become greedy, and you are taking on two of these things at the same time.
I want to keep them away from my friends.
All right. Would I be correct in presuming that? Would I be correct in presuming that 27 also hits you?
Funny enough, no, for some reason.
But
Just kidding.
your arbor class is over 27. Okay.
If I'm bullshit, it is.
Okay.
No, it's 16.
Okay. Then you will end up taking 18 points of bludgeoning damage, and I'm also going to need a DC 15 con.
Okay.
Oh, god damn
We're
it.
good.
No, we're not. No, we're not.
Is Derek Dice reversed?
No, it's Derek Dice, because Derek doesn't intend to end up killing you, but Derek Dice, on the other hand.
Yeah.
You crit, didn't you?
Not only did I crit, guess what the damage is?
Max.
Damn near. That is 43 points of damage.
Ow!
Bludgeoning.
Jesus.
And that's
Oh,
on the
no.
first attack.
Oh no, I'm finally below 100 hit points.
Yeah. And that's going to be the Constitution check, 15.
Yeah, do you need a second one?
I'm
Probably.
presuming the 19 hits.
Yeah.
Then yes, I'm going to need another one.
We good?
Okay, good news. That one only does 11 points.
Okay.
And I'm going to need another one.
Okay.
That's
We're
going to be 25 points. And that one's going to hit as well. Oh, thank God.
Bugger
This
off.
pain train can only go so long. That's 15 points of bludgeoning.
Okay.
You guys are watching as these hammers are just wailing on Kurobe, almost in rhythmic fashion. You might have seen something similar to this between Brooke and Spike, as they end up alternating hammer blows. But this time against living matter.
Okay. I'm going to need a dexterity saving throw from the one that hit me, DC 17.
DC 17, it does
Yes.
not pass.
Oh, joy.
What's the
Fucking-
effect?
I am using my reaction, Wrath of the Storm. Anytime a creature within my range makes an attack on me, they must make a dexterity saving throw or take damage from me.
All right. What's the damage?
That is going to be 16 points of lightning damage.
Lightning, you say?
Yes.
16
My
points of lightning, just to be clear.
Yes, 16 points of lightning. My choice is either lightning or thunder. Too many people close to me. I'm going with the one that goes straight to you.
Okay, it sizzles and brays under the strike of lights and power emanating from Mjolnir, I have no doubt.
Not at this point. This is actually coming directly from me as a cleric of the Tempest to Stuviwow, Melora, whatever name we want to give her in this place. That it's a reaction to somebody striking me that
Okay.
just emanates out of me to them.
Fair enough. Well done. Arya.
Oh boy. All right. So, confirmation. For the purposes of spell doing stuff and things,
I
these
love stuff and
golems.
things.
Yeah, these golems are technically constructs, or would I not be able to determine that?
They are technically constructs, and you have more than enough evidence as you've been going through here to end up making that as an educated guess.
Okay. Let me look at something. Do. Okay. I can't do that because constructs is not on this list. Okay, well that solved that answer. Cool. I'm gonna go ahead and do what I do best, which is twin a spell, and that's
Okay.
going to be haste. I think most beneficially we should go ahead and hit Kurobe with that, and as well as who has most capacity to attack in this given situation.
If I had to end up making a guess on that particular portion, it would end up coming down to Lagan, the captain, or Kurobe.
Cool.
I would end up guessing simply if you're talking volume of attacks, it would be Kurobe. If you're talking about if in position can end up dealing a insane amount of damage, it would be the captain. So
Then those are my two choices. Kurobe, the captain.
Hey.
You
Okay.
two have an extra attack, as well as a couple other benefits. You have +2 AC and the effect of anything dexterity related. What else? Let me look at haste again. I have to pull it up every freaking
It's
time.
advantage on dex saves. It is movement is doubled. Those are the other effects.
Yes. Okay, and the +2 AC is just a flat bonus.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, other than that, I can't really think of anything else that I can do in this given situation. I'm kind of just around the corner, and I'm staying around the corner, and I'm choosing not to approach any of that nonsense, because if those things hit me, I'm basically one and done. Squishy.
So are they. They don't seem to be complaining.
Yeah, but, like, I'll die.
They never lived.
Look.
It seems to me the advantage is entirely on you, Arya.
I also can't really do anything else. That was my action. I'm just sticking right here.
Okay. Well, then it goes to the captain at this point.
All right.
It's swift for a dwarf.
And even swifter now. So, in order for me to be able to take full advantage of the situation here, I would need some kind of advantage point. So, what I'm going to do is... what can I do? Because if I just hit it, it's going to either resistant or immune to damage.
Well, not immune, just resistant.
Resistant, okay. So if it chop
In
bits
fact,
do
you
chop
know what?
off.
You know what? In fact, just because you are a dwarf, there's an off chance. So, give me a religion roll.
Religion.
Yep. Technically, golems qualify under religious aspect, especially clay.
Okay. Well, I'm not particularly great at this. We'll give it a shot. That's a 10.
Okay. So, from what you can tell, they seem to be resistant to any form of bludgeoning, piercing, slashing,
Which is what I do.
and even from these attacks that are laid by Kurobe.
Okay. I forgot I had that ability. Okay. Well, that's a that's a thing I'll remember for next time. Um, I think all I can do, since that's all I have, is to be able to swing at it with a short sword, the one directly in front of me. Because
Okay.
I don't have a way to grant advantage right now.
That's okay. All right. So you're going for the one directly in front of you, then.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 17 plus 9
That'll hit.
things. Okay, so that's 1d6. That'll be 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Then my extra attack for my hasted attack. Ooh, that's a 14.
14. That will hit.
Oh, look at that.
Not a high armor class, comparatively speaking.
That is again 9 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
And I am going to bonus action disengage.
Okay.
And run back over here.
Okay. Very well then. Vanya, what's your attack? Or what's your action?
I have a question for both you and Coffee.
Shoot.
Would I be able to summon Zephyr?
I believe he takes
question.
an action to summon, doesn't he?
Yeah, it's one action to summon.
Okay.
However, because of the current circumstances, how he was being affected by being out in the dead magic zone and whatnot.
Yeah,
And-
there's a fairly large dead magic zone between you and Zephyr right now, which
Yeah.
definitely would end up complicating matters. I'll tell you what.
Which is why I'm asking, because he is technically already summoned. Well, we just haven't touched on him since we got to the island.
Well, I'll tell you what. Anything's possible, and it's not something I openly accounted for. In these cases, I always leave it to a higher low. So, but you have to make the attempts for me to end up doing so, because none of us know until the die is cast.
She's going to try and summon Zephyr.
Okay, high or low?
Hi.
Okay, you may place Zephyr where you so choose as a normal summon, as per normal summon rules.
Alright, let me grab him. That's where he's going to come up, and because he is being summoned, I get to change his type.
Okay.
Cold.
Ooh.
Which
Okay.
means that his infused strikes, because he has a reaction for infused strikes for anyone within 30 feet of him,
Mhm.
he can infuse them with cold damage.
All right, let us get this one here going. All right, that's your action. Zephyr will share your initiative.
Yep.
So I will allow Zephyr to end up making his action at this point.
He's going to stay still and just
Okay.
wait.
Okay. And it goes to Kurobe.
All right. Robe is going to just stay where he is and keep wailing.
All
And I'm
right.
going to expend a use of my fighting style, letting out another yell. And first attack, 29.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that's 8 plus. So that's 29 points of damage.
29.
Second attack. That will be 23.
Okay.
Roll 1. That's 11 plus D. 27 points of damage.
27 points of damage.
Yep.
Okay.
Third attack. Another natural 20.
Okay.
Bruh.
You roll that many attacks, you're gonna land a lot of them. I'm learning that real
Yeah.
hard.
Mm-hmm.
27 was the last point of damage, just to be clear, right?
Correct.
Now that this might be a little bit of bullshit, but since Zephyr's type is now cold, would that do anything against Kurobe's sword at all?
No.
So as a reaction, Zephyr's going to infuse that last strike.
And that's an additional D6,
D6.
I want to say.
1d6 damage of the type determined by its essence, which is cold.
Okay.
Okay, so that is.
And you can do that on reaction with the Zephyr?
Yep, I double checked that. It takes me a bonus action from Vanya to command him to attack, but
Okay.
he can move or use his reactions on his own.
Okay.
Okay, so with that, then, that is 41 points of damage.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to jump up and come down and cleave it right down the middle. Like it puts its mace up to block it, and I just.
Okay. And like that, it is splits and crumbles. The weight of its wings pulling it in two different directions as it crashes down, folding over itself like a clay pot on a spinning wheel, suddenly crumbling.
All right, and then I'll make my last hasted bonus attack against the last one.
Okay.
Natural 20.
Oh.
Okay.
Damn. You give this guy more attacks, he goes swinging.
Oh yeah. At this point, especially since I can give myself advantage, it's just crit fishing. That's 7, 8, 13, 26.
26. Yeah, I heard
34. 34.
34?
Sorry, I'm mathing. 34 points of slashing damage and fire damage.
Okay. There we go, Kurobe.
One down.
I believe that goes to Lagan.
You know what to do.
You proceed to shoot Kurobe twice in the chest.
If there's
Sorry,
anything
wrong
that...
reference.
Sorry, you're muted, Mojo.
No, you know what to do.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I do not have a weapon that will do that. I mean, I do have a weapon to do that. Unfortunately, it is not equipped in my hand at the moment, but what is my wonderful little Mjolnir. So I am going to smack a hoe. Fuck yeah. Natural 20. And let me check, make sure that's okay. And I'm going to pump a Divine Strike into that. So 12, 14 bludgeoning. Well, yeah, 14 bludgeoning. Wait, no. 8, 10 bludgeoning. The other 4 is lightning from the Divine Strike.
All right.
And then my spiritual weapon is going to take its attack on the same one.
Okay.
18 plus
That'll
5, 23 to hit. Unfortunately, I only get the 2d8 from that. I don't get to add the other. That is going to be 15 points of force damage from my spiritual weapon. And then
Okay.
I know I'm going to be taking an attack of opportunity to do this, but fuck it all. I'm going to move to where I can get closer to Karobe.
Okay. And we will end up making that attack of opportunity. Why, dice? Why?
We don't want to play no more. Let's go home.
Yeah, that seems to be the case. That's going to be 38 points of damage. And I'm gonna
38?
need 38 with a DC 15 con save.
19 on the die.
All right. So 38 points of bludgeoning damage as this brings the Warhammer directly onto the small of your back, pushing you, almost throwing you at Karobe. Yeah, I'd imagine the reaction would be a lot like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
That's-
And
I could go ahead and take the reaction, but you know what? I am going to take the reaction, and I'm going to use. No, I'm not. I'm gonna wait.
Okay.
That's my
All
turn.
right. That is your turn. Okay, let's take a look. This is going to suck. So, the first thing you will notice, Lagan, is the one who swung at you
Mm-hmm.
starts to end up turning its head, and it almost as fast as you can blink, suddenly surges forward to its closest target, which is not you at this point. And you notice the others do the same.
Oh shit.
And they are moving fast as can be, almost keeping up with your haste.
These are weeping angels.
How dare you, good sir?
At this point, we're going to start with Vanya. Vanya, does 16 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay.
Just.
All right. So this is attack number 1. That is going to be 11 points of bludgeoning damage. I'm going to need a DC here, 15 con save.
That's a 19.
I'm going to need a second one. As you take 17 points of damage.
That's an 18.
And faster than you suspect, it's actually getting a third attack now.
Oh, shit.
Oh fuck. They're hasted too.
Yep. And that is going to be... That is going to be a 14. points of damage.
Do I need another con save?
You're going to need another con save.
Every time you get hit.
Natural 20, I almost said 19.
Ooh, okay. Second one is going for Lagon. Lagon, I'm presuming a 26 hits.
Yes, it does.
All right.
And I'm going to use the reaction. Go ahead and reduce that.
This is going to be 15 points bludgeoning damage. And-
Reduced to 1
Okay.
because I'm using my stone's endurance.
Okay. I'm still going to need a con save from you.
Oh yeah, no. That's
You're more worried about the incoming damage, I'm presuming.
Yeah, that's another natural 19 on the die to. Yes,
You'll be taking 22 points of bludgeoning damage on the second attack.
Okay.
And the third attack.
Okay.
Oh,
So you
lucky
said
you, that was only 8.
You said it's a DC 15.
Yep.
So straight up 15 on the second. You said there's a third incoming.
Yep.
17 on the die for the second.
Mhm.
Or third attack, whatever.
This is the third attack, yeah.
Right. So 22 points of damage.
Mhm. And 8 points of damage on the last attack.
Holy shit.
Guys hit like a truck.
And yep.
Yeah. Now I know where Truck Coon disappeared to.
Mm.
Are we about to be isekai?
On the wings of an angel. Okay. So now the last one's going to Kurobe. Kurobe, I'm gonna need a save.
Okay. My DC for our AC is now 18.
Your DC is now 18. I am so glad to end up hearing that. You're
First one's good.
Okay, good, because you're going to be taking 43.
With that last attack, my aura has dropped.
Oh shit.
Okay, so first attack I take 12 damage.
Okay. Second attack misses. Third attack misses. Holy shit. That's a nat one. Holy shit. Okay. I legitimately was half expecting them to end up running you over there. Okay. Well, good news. That ends up passing their turn, going to Arya.
Oh, goodness gracious. I'm not even sure what I can do to aid everyone. You're all getting boned.
Mm-hmm.
Not in a good
I'm
way.
I'm maintaining haste. So concentration holds on that. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is why do I have to have only explosive spells? What is wrong with me?
You didn't ask how big the room was.
Right.
Instead,
yeah. I think what I'm going to go ahead and do is these things are oh shit, are constructs immune to magic? They're immune to charms? Some magics? Charms definitely.
Mhm.
What is polymorph by comparison? Is that a charm? Is that enchantment? Let's check. Let me look at polymorph really fast, because if I can get at least one of these motherfuckers out of the game for a second.
Okay.
Oh, it's concentration. Never mind, I can't do that. Sorry, I should have thought about this beforehand. A little bit harder. We're gonna do this. I'm gonna get my spiritual weapon in there.
Okay.
I am casting it at level 4.
And that doesn't require concentration, right?
Nope.
No. Okay.
Bonus
And
action.
I can attack on the same turn that I cast it.
Yep.
Because it's basically a non-action. It's a free action.
Almost a bonus, if you will.
Yeah. And I am going to set it right freehand here. Plonk.
Okay.
Okay. And it's going to go ahead and when you cast, make a melee spell attack against a creature you see within 5 feet of the weapon. Done and done.
First one or second one?
We'll do the one right in front of it.
Okay.
And let me check. That is melee spell attack. Oh, that melee part is something. How does a 20... How does a 24 sound?
24 sounds like it hits.
Dope. Cool. All right. And that's going to be force damage equal to 1d8 plus your ability modifier. And because I'm using this at 4th level,
Mm-hmm.
that puts me at 2d8. Yep. Thank you. So 5 plus 5 plus my spell attack, which is 10. Wait,
Nope.
modifier.
Charisma. Yep.
Charisma. Okay, so plus 5. So 15.
Okay.
And then I still have half of an action. This is why I like Spiritual Weapon, fucks with the economy. Can I use Sacred Flame?
Yes.
You used a bonus action, so yes, you should be able to.
Cool. All right, then. Ooh. No, I want to switch over to Mind Sliver because that seems to be working well. We'll do that.
Is Mind Sliver a slotted spell or a cantrip?
Cantrip.
Okay.
Yep, and anything within 60 feet. So, it has... Target must succeed on an intelligence saving throw. I'm going to target the thing that is... The one that is closer to Arya.
You.
And...
So you're using Mind Sliver specifically to target the one that's closest, right?
Yes.
When you do so, there is nothing to end up going off of. There's no
Noted.
mind to attack.
All right, so that is a wasted effort, but that's okay. I learned something interesting about this.
Damage immunity psychic.
Woohoo! Okay. Thank you. That is all I have for the moment. I am maintaining concentration on that beautiful haste as best I can. Good luck, friends.
We all need it.
Roby's like, I got this. Everybody else.
Help me!
But I
Sorry.
believe that makes it the captain's turn. No. That might be important information for later.
Corby,
I think-
finally a fight!
Okay. Well,
So, Captain.
what I typically tend to do is it's resisted to, so I am of no fucking use here.
Not necessarily.
Mostly.
It's okay, you can reach the things on the high shelves. Oh, wait.
Bruh.
She'll strangle you with her beard.
She would. She'd do it. She'd absolutely do it.
Sorry.
Oh.
Come on, mommy.
Fucking hell. That. Well, she can run up and attack it, but it's going to attack her back if she gets close to it. And she's already at like half health. And
Yours is just a short sword, right?
yes.
Okay. Keep that in mind.
Yep, just a short sword. She's not cut out for this. She's realizing it really fast. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm useless. The only thing she can do would be I guess so would I know if I bonus action hide and then run up to the thing, would that hide still count?
I would say so. You've effectively hidden your line of sight. You broke off their not overtly intelligent, so they're not going to be continuing to track. They seem to be pretty simple-minded in how they approach things. Whatever's closest, they hit.
So
So-
theoretically, bonus
in
action
theory.
hide and run up to them and attack, would I get sneak attack?
Makes sense in my mind, at the
Okay.
very least.
And then,
Because sneak attack either requires a flanking maneuver or you gain a literal sneak attack. And since they wouldn't know you're there at that exact moment, it's completely possible.
okay. Then I'm going to bonus action hide. So you want me
Okay.
to roll stealth?
Yep.
Okay, so that's a plus 13.
Okay.
That is going to be a 23 total.
Yeah, I think it would be fair to say that's well past their passive perception.
And then run right up to this one, since it's
Okay.
distracted by Vanya, and roll an attack at advantage.
By all means.
That is going to be an 18 plus 9 is 10, 27 to hit.
That'll hit. Even with their increased speed, that still hits.
Okay, so that is 10,
Come on, Captain Save a Ho.
12, plus 22, 27, 29 plus 5 is 34 points of slashing damage.
Now there's a point, or there's a bit of damage, isn't it? And
And
that's on the, that's, you said 30, did I hear that right? 34?
Yeah, and it's on that one that's by Vanya.
Okay.
And then second attack is also at advantage.
Yep.
Ew, that's gonna be gross. That's a 13 to hit.
13 to hit will not.
Okay, so that's a miss.
Yeah, it's surprisingly fast.
Okay.
It's not as slow and cumbersome as you end up saying. Okay. But
That's my 2 attacks.
okay. Vanya?
Alright, she is going to pull her drow short sword
Okay.
and take a swing at the one in front of her.
Okay.
Cocked. 21.
That'll hit.
21.
Yep,
21.
21.
9 points of slashing.
9.
9 points of slashing.
9.
9.
Okay.
Uh,
How's this go down?
oh,
Oh.
she's just bringing it up and cutting straight down through it.
Once again, just bisected right down the middle. Yeah. The crumbling like a failed attempt at pottery.
And then I'm not going to take my extra attack, but I am going to use my bonus action to command Zephyr to attack the one closest to him.
Okay. Go ahead and roll it.
So let me look at the thingy again because things are weird. Alright. So. Of course he does.
Natural 20. Zephyr
Uh-huh.
dice.
Zephyr is best boy.
Zephyr dice.
Zephyr is best boy.
Zephyr dice. Alright, so not only is this going to do 1d6 piercing damage, it's going to do 1d6 cold damage.
Okay.
Piercing damage is also has a modifier, but alright. For the piercing damage, 11 without being doubled just yet. And then the cold damage on top of it. That's tilted. That's 6 points cold damage.
Nice. So total damage is
22 plus 6 is 25 plus whatever modifier.
Well, hang on.
Both dice are doubled.
Yeah, both dice are doubled, so that'd be
Okay, so
Let's see
22
here.
plus 12 is 34 plus whatever modifier.
so.
remember you're rolling dice twice, not doubling the roll.
Oh well.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so let's see here. 6 plus 6.
I apologize. I've been doing my dice wrong then. I will do it correct from now on.
I'll have the fun as being able to roll more dice.
22
True.
points total.
I'm okay with this.
Sorry, 22? Did I hear that
Yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay.
The other two rolled low.
All right. It splatters. If at that point you end up seeing the cold start to leave a kind of frost burn upon the angelic figure. Okay, and that brings it to Karobe.
Okay. Kurobe is going to try to chop the one in front of him down to size.
Okay, this is probably the least damage out of all of them. So, yep.
Okay, I'm going to let out another yell for my.
Okay.
Alright, that will be a 21 to hit.
Okay, that'll hit.
And as a reaction, Zephyr is going to infuse that strike with cold damage.
They can
Okay.
only do that as 1 point of reaction, right?
Yeah, you get
Okay.
1 reaction per turn.
I'm just double checking. I wasn't sure if Anya was waiting to confirm Karobe having a critical hit beforehand. Or
Yeah.
not.
No, with that one
so
being the
that's
least damage, it would have happened anyway.
31 points of damage for the first attack.
Okay.
Ugh. 16?
16 will barely do it.
Oh, I rolled a 1 and a 6 on 2 dice. Law of averages, people. So that's 26 points a second hit.
26 points. Okay.
Third hit, a natural 20 and a 19. Law of averages.
Okay.
All right, so that is 38 points on the next attack.
38. Okay.
Was that that was strike number 3?
Yep.
Bonus attack or that hasted attack
Yep.
will be a 19 to hit.
Okay. That'll hit.
All right, reroll that. That's 8. 7. 15. 24 damage.
And it's gone. That is number 3 down.
And since is everybody kind of looking beat up?
Well, I'd imagine so. I don't think anybody has escaped this pounding.
I am indeed battered and bloody at this point.
Yep. I think the only
Roby's
ones
going
who-
to. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I think the only ones who aren't are Zephyr and Aria.
Seeing everybody, I'm going to move here and I'm going to action surge.
Okay. What do you get in action surge?
Another round of attacks.
Okay.
27 to hit.
Okay. That'll hit.
All right, so that is 30 points of slashing damage.
Okay.
Natural 20. Shit.
That fighting spirit thing is OP.
Yeah.
I have to fish for advantage. You give it to yourself.
I am special.
Yeah,
Oh,
very
We all
nice.
know you're special, but we weren't talking about the short bus special.
Oh, okay. Well, 6 intelligence. Okay. I gotta have some kind of thing. Sorry.
You just
8.
licked the
He
window.
has needs.
Yeah, to lick the window.
The schnozberries. Just the schnozberries.
Okay, so
We're goofy people.
33% or 33 damage on that one.
God damn it.
And oh shit, I dropped my dice. And I dropped my vape. I'm dropping everything, y'all.
He's falling apart.
Okay, fumble finger.
All right, 27 for the last attack.
Damn, man.
I'm telling you, Kurobe,
Yep.
that their fighting
8.
spirits OP as fuck.
I think
Can be.
between Kurobe and Kaz, we don't need a front line. They are the front line.
20. That's another 25 points of damage.
Ow.
God damn. All right. Well, it goes to Lagan.
Okay, Captain Smackaho, since I'm where I'm at and as low as I'm at, I am going to cast a 6th level Mass Cure Wounds.
All right. So how much are you need curing the angel for?
I'm not curing the angel for shit. I am curing myself, Kurobe, Amber, Vanya.
You sure? You sure you
And-
don't want this combat to go a little longer?
I'm absolutely certain I have 6 hit points left. If I don't do this now, I'm fucking dead.
It'll just be
Whew.
like the last time we went drinking. You'll just be
So-
unconscious.
I wasn't unconscious from the last time we went drinking. You were. Jalissa was very fucking close to it too. So 4d8 8 plus. Where's my modifier? Give me just a second. Let's see, plus 5. That is going to be 5 is 37 points back to everyone except this fucking angel.
You would notice that, and nothing changes about Amber.
I don't care. At this point, I'm trying to make sure I can get the entire group.
Because her max HP is bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to make sure that with her in the group, she's encompassed in that 30-foot radial sphere around me to receive that.
Yep.
My spiritual weapon is going to attack the guy that's right in front of me. Spiritual weapon is plus 5, so dirty 20 to hit.
Okay, that will hit.
All right. Seven. 13 points of force damage from the spiritual weapon.
Okay.
Wait. 13 plus 5. 18 points, sorry.
Okay. I was a little worried there. Like, that sounds like really low.
I was looking at only one die, not the 2 that it should be for the attack.
Oh, damn. All right. Now, it goes to its turn. It's a target-rich environment, and it is a low-intelligence creature, so I'm just going to leave this to a die roll. Aria's not in the range, so it goes to Captain.
Okay.
All right. Well, good news, Captain. It is not speedy this time.
And I
Yay.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to kill Captain Squishy Pants.
Good news. Natural 1.
Woo!
Their bets are back in our favor.
No, they're not. That was
Okay.
a natural 20.
Oh, you are not allowed to kill Captain Squishy Pants.
If Captain Squishy Pants dies, at least no one will argue whose boat it is anymore.
Lagan has been
Squishy
doing
Pants, I'm sorry.
air.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you take a grand total of 9 damage.
Do I have to make a con check?
You have
Yes.
to make a contract, but yes, they had to end up dealing. Oh, that's great.
What is my con save? It's a 13. So my HP is reduced. Maximum HP is reduced too.
Yep, by night.
Okay.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ow, ow.
Ow, ow.
And I believe it goes to Aria at this point.
Wait, doesn't it have more than one attack?
No, I rolled a nat 1 on the first attack.
Oh!
The second attack was the crit, and it dealt 9 points of damage. Big damage, big damage.
I thought it had 3 attacks. I guess I'm wrong.
No, it did.
That was
It was
when
hasted
it
or
was
something.
hasted.
Mhm.
They have 2 attacks otherwise.
Okay. That's interesting.
Well, I think this is due time for a sacred flame, and then we're going to hit it with the sword.
Okay.
All right. Sacred flame. Target must succeed on a dexterity saving throw.
And it no longer has its advantage.
No, it doesn't.
Okay, it failed its save, so
Cool. And we're just gonna go one. So we're gonna hit it with 2d8. First one is 7. Second one is a 4. And then that's radiant damage for the record.
okay,
Oh.
that's actually important.
3d8 actually, because I'm 12th level and the 11th level is 3d8.
Right.
Okay. One more. Ah! All right. That one is 8. Cool.
Okay, you see this thing start to erupt in flames as the clay starts to boil with whatever amount of humidity is still trapped within its earthly essence.
Ooh. Cool. And next, the beautiful spiritual weapon is just going to jab straight into it and start lopping off limbs, whatever limbs there are. That remains being the usual. I have to make a spell attack.
All right, let's see if we can hit those wings.
Okay, so we are at 10 plus 4 because it's a melee. That's 14.
You know, this was the one that I rolled the best hit points on. Oh,
Does 14 hit it?
14 does hit it. Wouldn't it hit
Oh
it
my-
last round? It does hit it this time.
Oh, thank God. Okay. And then this is gonna be 2d8 force damage plus my spellcasting modifier. So first d8 is 7, second d8 is 4. Jesus. And then the last thing is my spellcasting damage is. I keep forgetting it each round. My bad.
No, it's okay.
5.
I'm having to remember every freaking resistance this thing has. So total damage would be at that point, and this is force, just to be clear.
Yeah. So 7 plus 4 plus 5.
7 plus 4 plus 5.
16.
No,
So-
14. No, yeah, 16. Never mind.
15.
We're all
I-
bad at math.
I'm stupid at math.
Math nerds. All right.
That's why I have a calculator open at
Yeah,
all times.
you managed to slice one of its wings off. The wing just kind of lands on the ground and starts trying to flap on its own accord. More akin to a fish at this point than a bird.
God.
It's
Aria's
still
just
trying to
peeking
take
around the
flight.
corner, horrified. She's horrified.
And that goes to the captain. Captain, I believe that you have a flanking opportunity here, do you not?
Who, me?
Mm-hmm.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
I'll take advantage of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a 22 to hit.
22 to hit. That will hit.
Yep. And I get sneak attack because flanking.
Yes, you do.
It's 27 points of slashing damage.
How do you want to do this?
Oh, I'm letting out all of my little dwarf rage. And maybe it terrifies some of the other party members as to that she has this kind of like fire within her. She'll slice the remaining wing off and then decapitate it.
Really have a quick flick of the wrist and a quick step in and dispatching the final bit of this angelic clay golem.
And as soon as it also hits the ground too, she does too. Because she is low on HP.
Oh. Okay. And with that, an exhausted party in the ruins of the Church of Tyr, the end of the Pilgrim's Passage, we will end up concluding this tale next week.
Woo!
Whew. Wow, that was brother.
Yeah.
Fucking
Yeah.
awesome setup encounters, Derek. Thank you.
Yep.
I love this encounter. I have a question so that everyone here at the table knows what my intentions are. Who here was all hit with the crit hit that reduced all of their HP?
I think literally only the captain was the only one failing those saves.
I thought Kurobe. I
And-
thought Kurobe
Nope.
lost one.
No, Kurobe just got pounded like he was on an anvil.
Okay, so if
I'm
Captain
working
Squishy,
on the railroad.
she'll hear Lagan tell her that she needs to allow him to lay his hands on her and under the gentle mercies of his caress, bring her back to some semblance of her normalcy.
Now, here's the question.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the question. Does your lay hands somehow circumvent actual HP reduction?
Greater
Because-
Resto would.
Yes. Greater restoration absolutely does.
Okay, so this is greater restoration, just to be clear. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, I thought that this was lay hands.
No.
That's a
I
paladin
was
move.
like,
that is a valid thought because that is a spell, but that is not one that I have access to.
no,
That's
it's
a
all good. I just wanted to be absolutely clear on that because
Yeah, if it's Greater Resto, yeah, it'll work.
clay golems are one of my favorites for forcing like endurance encounters.
Mm.
God, if you had any more of those, this would have been a TPK in this one room.
Yeah, well, it'll come around.
I'm sure.
So you're using a Greater Resto to restore her max HP?
Yes, I am. And the reason I'm saying that now, I know we're wrapping it up. That is the first thing Lagan would do,
Also, just in case you don't show up next week.
so that everybody knows this was done. She
Yep.
can go back to her max HP.
Which we
Yes,
can
I
solve
used
next
a
time if we want. So.
I
Alright.
used my sixth and one of my fifths to make sure this encounter kept everybody standing.
I hope you felt a little challenged.
Oh yeah.
I
Derek,
felt pretty useless.
from the entire time we've started, this is only the second time I've been that close to death for Lagan, or at least unconscious. No, that's the third. But that's over 2 years of playing with Coffee to have those two. And this is the first time you playing I've been that close. Yes, this is very challenging and very fun. And fuck you.
What you know? What I'll get into that in the after game speech. But thank you very much, everybody, for joining us for another episode of Rebirth, a D&D tale brought to you by CoffeeCat Presents. My name is Macabre Derek. I am grateful to have the opportunity to end up hosting this game as CoffeeCat decides to end up taking a little bit of a sabbatical. And don't worry, Coffee, I'm sure your abilities are going to be a lot more useful in the next encounter.
Ooh, I'm hoping so. Jeez, kind of felt a little sidelined, but that's okay. That's rogues for you.
No, that was everybody.
That's,
You were not the only one who was dealing with through that. I assure you. There you go.
Yeah. Well, thank you so much, Derek, for being our guest DM, and we will have the conclusion of this particular little dungeon crawl next week for the Ladia to watch. Be sure to also check us out on YouTube as well, because that's where I post all of my past episodes. If you wanted to try that again, I just logged into Streamlabs.
Thank you.
So you can try it again. We love to shout
Nope.
out. Fucking Streamlabs. It does not want
The
to work
bot
with me.
just says no.
It just turns off when I haven't logged into Streamlabs for like a week. Okay, try it again.
Alright.
But yeah, thank you guys very much for being my players, and Derek for being the guest DM. You have been running a very excellent dungeon crawl. In the meantime, let's find somebody on Twitch to raid and call it an evening. So until we see you all Wednesday again for more Cyberpunk, and next Saturday for more of Rebirth, say goodnight, everybody.
Nice.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.